All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Hello, I'm Skid from the Widescreen Gaming Forum. Today I'm going to be giving you a look at Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed. Now this is a kart racing game, it's the second in the series, and it basically features characters from characters and maps from a load of different Sega games, and I think some that aren't even published by Sega have now made their way in. You've got Team Fortress 2 is one of the characters. But by default, this game has pretty abysmal multi-monitor support. I would almost go so far as to say it has no support whatsoever, if it wasn't for the fact that the game allows you to select the resolution and it loads, but the first few cut screens are all vertical minus, only showing the top 1/3 and they're stretched across all three screens. But whenever it then tries to render anything 2D or anything 3D, like this menu system, it just fails. It renders absolutely nothing. So it's fairly safe to say default support is pretty abysmal. I'm not using my joypad because although it detects it, I've got the same problem with this in that it thinks I'm constantly pushing in a particular direction when I'm not, and I can't be bothered to fix it. Luckily the keyboard controls are okay, but there is a fix available. It's not from the Widescreen Gaming Forum. You have to download a program called GameCompanion. I'll put a link in the description for it. After you've downloaded it, you then need to modify the ini file. I'll put all of this in the description. You need to modify the ini file with the exe that you want it to be able to intercept. So to modify this particular one, which has a very, very strange name that I'm not even going to try to remember. But yeah, I'll put that in the description as well, so all of the information will be there. And then the next thing you need to do is change the configurations so it runs in Windows mode, and then run it in a 16:9 aspect ratio resolution. And then the game will... This isn't actually proper full screen, it's pseudo full screen. But the game isn't that taxing on my computer, so my system's having absolutely no problem running it, even if it's not in full screen. But yeah, all of the information for that will be in the description. There's no options in here, so to speak. Everything is in a launcher outside it. There's very basic graphic options, and so you can select your resolution, set it full screen and whatnot, but it's very clearly a console port, which is a shame given how good the port for Sonic Adventures 2 was. Standard volume settings. That has changed. Stupid thing.
What? You're going the wrong way. Shame on you. Don't do this to me. This is my only job.
I like that.
Oh.
It's a nice little touch that I'm not sure many people will notice. I like having the music up on this, and I've lowered these. The announcer isn't too annoying, but you're probably going to want him on for the fact that he announces what weapons you get. And as you might be able to see, all HUD and UI is stretched, which means all of the menus, all of your power-ups will appear is either down here or up here, well out of the way where you can't see them. So it's useful just to tell him or have him tell you what you've picked up, so you don't actually have to look. But anyway, there's a bunch of different modes. I'm going to focus on the career, specifically the World Tour. I've completed the first 2 cups. So I will just quickly go to the end of this, because I've just finished this one, and unlock the next one. And we'll run a few races in this.
New tour unlocked. Scorching Sky. Select an event. Race.
Now, at the minute, I've got 3 difficulty settings. I'm going to attempt all of them on hard first, and if I fail, I'll put it to medium. There's actually a reasonable gap between medium and hard, because hard you actually have to finish first, and all of the enemies are actually harder anyway. And then medium, you have to finish third, and they're all easier. So there's a fairly massive gap, but hard is hard. So I'll be playing it on that. In terms of controls, well, in fact, we'll go over characters. These are all of the available characters that I've unlocked so far. Shadow wasn't the default. Whoever the hell that girl is wasn't default. Neither was Amigo. So they're all unlocked. Everything else is what you get from the start. There's Team Fortress 2. And I will be playing with Tails or Sonic, who are my 2 favourite characters. Personally, I like Tails more as a character. But I think Sonic is cooler. But we will go Tails just because I like how he drives. the races. Now controls, the keyboard controls aren't bad. You will get away with keyboard controls when you're in a boat or while you're driving. But if you want to fly, then they get significantly more tricky. I'm starting to get the hang of it while flying, but... Boost start. I finally got the hang of that. Very much this game is about getting boosts, and there's multiple different ways of doing that. Obviously you've got boost rings and things like that. You've also then got power-ups, and if you drift and not hit walls, then that will boost you as well. But you can also get boosts by performing tricks in the air, or while landing, so like that. Apples. There isn't a huge variety of power-ups, but there's probably enough. And then you've also got the All-Star, which allows you to effectively unlock your character's special. Or is your character's special. Got it. Those wasps are a power-up. They're effectively the power-up that targets the first place player, but they are avoidable. In fact, most of the power-ups are avoidable in one form or another. That's what I don't like about flying. There's no subtlety to the control, and it kind of requires it from time to time. That's a few places back. Tails' All-Star is pretty powerful. Bad place to fall out of it. There's no advantage really to performing tricks in air, however, there is one use to it, and that is you can effectively use it to dodge. But I think you lose speed if you do. I need to catch up to him. Ah! Fly straight, damn you! Yeah, I've got to stop trying to drift the plane. You can do it, but you end up worse off for it. That's not useful. I need to attack the people in front of me. Bugger it. I'll have to redo that on medium. I'm not going to continually do one level on hard. Well, I can't progress until I've done it, so we'll do it on medium. I am enjoying the game a lot, despite the difficulty of having it on hard mode. But I do like a challenge, so long as the challenge is fair. And I've only encountered one instance where hard hasn't been fair, and that's in the battle races, where the AI will instantly fire a power-up if they pick it up, or the second they pick it up, straight at you if you're in line. Otherwise, all the 4 other opponents will exclusively target you anyway. So basically it's 4 on 1, which is highly unfair considering that the AI tends to be significantly accurate.
Boost!
I ran into that. I could hear it as well.
Hot rod! Double flip! Twister!
That's the way you do that. That was interesting. I've not had to do that before. Oh, come on. I so got that. Telling me it failed.
Transform boots! Ice! Twister!
I survived the twister only to be taken out after it finished. Wonderful. Missed it.
Twister! Good times! Stunt fail!
Must be hitting that too early.
Fire
Damn it, Ulala's fast. Come on, give me a boost. Not what I wanted. Surely I passed that. I should have picked it up.
Ice.
That's not going to do me any good.
Fireworks. Double roll.
Nah, third's good enough.
Third place.
Let's see if the next track is a race or not.
Event complete.
It's a race to the finish.
Overall, it's fairly clear to see, I mean, you could see that A button there, that this is a console port through and through. So it's not particularly great. Ooh, traffic attack. That one took me way too many attempts to do it on hard this time.
Character tails.
That's a good point, I unlocked a new mod. Didn't I? Or a special mod?
License.
Possibly can't use it until I've maxed his level.
Balance.
It was an unlock from the last level, it was a special type of mod for half the characters. Ah, the Panzer Dragoon level. This was an awesome game.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is pretty much a driving skill challenge.
Boost.
The idea is to complete each of these ways and you effectively lose time if you hit any of the cars. Some cars behave slightly differently, so those yellow ones have a tendency to suddenly cross the track. Blue ones are police cars and they will actively try to block you.
Boost. Super glove.
I'm guessing Super Glove will stop any car from hitting me, which might be useful. Unless, of course... Okay, yeah, this is significantly easier on medium than it was on hard.
Boost. Low. Lock. Finish.
Yeah, that was blindingly easier. It must have took me a good 15, 20 attempts to do it on hard last time. Although it wasn't this particular level.
Select an event.
So we have another race, and it's a ring challenge. They're always interesting. I've only done one of them before. Ooh, that's a knight's level. But I don't have knights unlocked. Ah, there's a character there. We'll do the ring challenge because I can unlock another character.
A-class.
We'll do it hard. I'm going to assume we'll be flying, so I'll be using tails.
Balance.
Because if we're going to be flying, I'd rather be using tails than Sonic.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
If you basically have to chain these rings together, and if you miss them, you have to re-chain them. So you start the chain from scratch. Yay! Flare! Stopping me from seeing.
Checkpoint.
These are not easy on a keyboard.
Checkpoint.
Because you just don't have the precise controls needed to pilot these things. They're too twitchy. But I've been playing on PCs with keyboards for all my life. I'm not about to use that as an excuse for me not doing this. Come on. Yes!
Finish. Event complete.
It's a race to the finish.
So let's see what character I've just unlocked. Oh yeah, as you play as each character, you level them up, which unlocks mods. Well, they call them mods, but they're basically slight variations in the cars.
Select a tour.
Sorry about that, the game crashed. So who have I unlocked? No one that I recognise.
Device unlocked.
Oh, I know which one. I was going to do that one next. However, I would much rather do this one next.
Race.
Anyone recognise it?
A-class. Character select.
We'll do this one as Sonic, and we'll put it as hard, and I'll do one attempt.
Balance. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hopefully the whole thing isn't in the air, otherwise this is going to be a very bad race.
Low pitch.
Great, I'm last place, or second to last. I was giving them something to attack behind.
Stand your ground. Firework.
Balls. It's insanely hard to hit while in the air.
Love.
Ah. Frame rate drops. Probably thanks to me trying to
Check this
First
out.
place.
capture some screenshots while I'm recording. Didn't think it was a good idea, but I wanted to try it anyway.
Transform boost. Clean lap. Owning the race. Start fail.
Ah. That would have been a better time for a stunt.
Logan has gone all-star. Ice.
still beat. Son of a... How the hell? Great, and I could have used that a second ago. Am I on the last lap yet? I am. I got a lot of catching up to do. The blowfish isn't going to help me catch up. That will. That way, if I can line it up. I was sure I was about to miss that. Finish line's right there. I've got no chance of catching him. Balls.
Congratulations, third place.
It's safe to say a fair bit of luck can come into it. Particularly on hard, they can really hit with extreme accuracy. But it's perfectly possible. It's just a challenge, which is exactly what hard should be. But yeah, that's pretty much Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing Transformed. And it's a lot of fun. I'm definitely having fun with it. The main issue is this HUD. As you can see, it looks quite bad, and that's putting it lightly. But if you can ignore it, which you can do in game, because for the most part it's out the way, then yeah, it's a decent enough game. I don't know if anyone's working on a full fix to try and fix the HUD as well, but certainly the fix that we've got that will just correctly scale it and allow you to play it is good enough. So it's definitely playable, even if it's not the best. But yeah, I shall leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.